Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Xbox Soapbox, where Xbox Associate Editor Mitch Dyer and myself, Ryan McCaffrey, your IGN Xbox team, discuss the biggest, weirdest, and hottest issues in Xbox gaming. And Mitch, we have a PlayStation 4 announcement likely looming. It's coming on February 20th. All signs point to that. And so that means, naturally, we're talking about when's Microsoft going to roll out their announcement for their next generation console. So we figure it's going to be soon, so it's led to all sorts of speculation. What's one of the most fun things to speculate about when it's new console time?
Well, you can talk about the specs, you can talk about what fancy hardware is going to be inside, but what is it going to be called? Is the thing that
what matters most?
What am I going to call this thing that I'm going to have in my house?
Who cares what it can do? I just need to know the name of it right now. So, if you'll remember back to the Xbox 360 days, that was, people thought, well, maybe could it just be Xbox 2? Probably not, because of PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
We really thought it was going to be Xbox Next. It's a very sort of future-proof name to it. I actually still like Xbox Next.
Yeah, it's all right.
Although it would have made it really hard now. It's like, what do you call it after Next?
Xbox Next again.
But anyway, of course, it ended up being Xbox 360, which myself and everybody I worked with at the time hated 360. Hated it. But then, after about 5 minutes, we went, okay, we're over it
was like
now.
Wii, right? Like everyone hated the name Wii. It was like, no, Revolution was such a cool name, and it was, but we got over it.
And we'll get over whatever the next Xbox's name is, but it is fun at this stage when we don't know anything for sure. It is fun to think about what's it going to be called, because the reality is, Mitch, millions of dollars go into naming these things.
Totally.
Like, it is not a joke. As much as we are joking about it right now, Microsoft takes it really, really seriously. So, what's it going to be this time? We have the code name of the console, Durango.
Durango.
There's no way, right?
No. Code names never make it. What was the Xbox 360? Xenon?
Yes.
Xenon.
Although the
would not have stuck.
The Xbox was the Direct Xbox, and so it almost made it, as the code name almost made it.
Also some copyright conflicts with Dodge there, probably. With Durango.
Yeah, Dodge might have something to say about that. Xbox 720 has been sort of the popular colloquial name for it.
Please no. Please no. Please don't spend millions of dollars and then rely on the internet for the name of your platform.
That's a totally fan-made thing. It's not happening.
It's also just the goofiest name. Like, I never understood why that one stuck. It's two 360s. What?
Duct taped together. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Xbox 3. Too boring. And again, same thing
with the PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 4.
They don't want to sound inferior with the PlayStation 4.
Not happening. So now we get to the couple of interesting ones that have been floated about over the last year or so.
Hit me. What do you got?
Xbox Infinity. Tell me about this one.
So that's the one that, for a long time, I thought was going to be the case, because we heard the codename Infinity. It sounded really cool. Like, the possibilities are limitless. Whoa.
Yeah.
But we also had a brief moment of mind explosion when we realized that Windows 8 turned sideways. Windows Infinity. What? Explosion. So, I mean, it's not impossible. Like, marketing people think that way. They want to blow our minds that way. So that is not out of the realm of possibility.
Xbox Loop. Same type of deal.
Same deal. That was another code name we heard, but I'm less convinced by Loop than I am the
Come on, Mitch. The marketing writes itself. Get in the loop.
Oh, man.
See? It's right there.
Feedback loop, gameplay loop, it's all there.
Right for the taking.
It's just waiting.
And then there's the one that we think it's going to be, which is, drumroll please,
Xbox.
Xbox.
That's it. Just Xbox.
We've talked about this before on GameScoop and other various articles and features on IGN.com, but Apple is an extraordinarily successful company that every other tech company on the planet
Apple's got it figured out.
Wants to emulate.
Yep.
Everybody thought the iPad 3, about 1 year ago, everybody went, what's it going to be called? iPad HD? It's not. iPad 3? iPad Loop? I don't know. But they ended
iPad 720.
iPad 720. They ended up calling it iPad. And no one cared.
No.
Like, everybody's, okay, iPad. And now they've put out 6 more iPads since then.
I can't keep track.
And it's just iPad, and everybody accepts it as a brand name and as a thing. And given how Microsoft has, the rumor is they're really positioning this console to be the centerpiece of your living room. It might have DVR type functionality.
Right.
It might hook into your cable or satellite box.
It might have its own kind of cable provider built in, depending on what Microsoft is doing in LA.
It might be an always-on device that just updates itself and streams things in on its own, kind of like your DVR.
Right.
So it makes a lot of sense that, and we're far enough removed from the original Xbox where Xbox could be a new thing and not at all confused with the thing from 8 years ago.
Yeah, the other thing is that Xbox has kind of become the Windows brand, right? Like if we look at the Windows 8 store, everything in there is Xbox. It's Xbox Video, it's Xbox Music, it's Xbox Games.
On Windows Phone too.
Yeah. I mean, the Xbox is becoming the Windows brand.
Yeah, the
More
entire
so than
ecosystem.
Windows.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're leaning, but the possibilities are endless, so we want to reach out to you guys. What do you think the next Xbox will be called, or what do you think it should be called? We want to hear your suggestions, and then we'll come back at you with a response video with all of your best stuff, and we'll go through them in the next edition of Xbox Soapbox. So tweet at IGN with the hashtag NextXbox, and we will we'll cull together the best ones. Yeah, I think you can fit a little description in your 140 character limit along with the name you think.
Indeed.
And we will see what you guys come up with. So
I've got it.
hit me.
Xbox.
For Mitch Dyer, I'm Ryan McCaffrey. We are your IGN Xbox team. For all things Xbox, past, present, and future, you're already in the right place. IGN.